She is a rebel who believes in what she chooses to believe in. So Vidya, they're waiting to hear a little bit.
Yes, firstly, good evening, Deacon. I don't even know where to look because there's love surrounding me. But thank you for that wonderful, wonderful welcome that I will hold close to my heart for the rest of my life now. Thank you, Chief. You know, you more than lived up to your promise. I'm so happy. And Datoshri, Datinshri, Japaji, congratulations to all of you on completing 25 years. I'm very happy to be a small part of this family through my participation at this event today, because I really admire and respect what the company stands for. I think you all are doing wonderful work, and that is extremely inspiring and motivating. So I'm going to take back some of that inspiration too. But okay, I just feel like only saying thank you tonight. But I'm here to share with you my journey. You know, before I start, I must tell you, today is Ganesh Chaturthi. Ganpati Bappa! Ganpati Bappa! Ganpati Bappa! And I was so sad that I'm not going to be home for Ganesh Chaturthi. And then I told myself, if I'm getting an invitation on Ganesh Chaturthi, it must be special. And you all have just proved that. So really, thank you once again. You know, all I can say is that
Okay,
तो
guys.
चलिए श्री गणेश कर लेते हैं. Let me start with telling you that my journey has brought me here today. It's been a long journey. You know, growing up, I watched Madhuri Dixit in 1, 2, 3. And I knew I wanted to be an actor. I knew that I wanted to be junior Madhuri Dixit. And वो तो नहीं बन पाई, but it was just so. I'm walking all around the stage so that I can see all of you. I hope that's okay. So you know, I come from a non-filmy, middle-class, traditional Palakkad family. And I was born and raised in Mumbai. Palakkad, okay. This is a Palakkad contingency, I think. But, you know, I come from a complete non-film family. So I didn't know how I was going to achieve my dream. And my parents were really worried. My mom was like, you know, she told me, if my father was alive, that's her, my mother's father, she said, एक थप्पड़ लगा देते. ये फिल्म की बात भूल जाती. You would have forgotten all about film. You know, girls from our families don't become film actors. It's an impossibility. It's not a safe world. Blah blah blah. But the fire in my belly was so strong. That's all I've ever wanted to do. And I just decided that we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. So when I joined St. Xavier's College in Mumbai, there was... Okay, I love this. Everyone is from somewhere I'm connected to. Someone or the other, I mean. And I joined Xavier's. There was a poster put up for a television serial based in a college. I didn't have any pictures. Well, I used to live in Chembur. That's a small suburb. And, we went to a local photo studio, and my sister told me that all the clothes that we wear at weddings, you wear, and we'll take pictures. She did my makeup, she brushed my hair. We didn't have a hair dryer or blow dryer or anything. And she told me how to pose. I remember doing this, and I remember doing this. I didn't know anything. I clicked pictures, and then my sister, she actually, wrote a biodata, and we sent it in. And I got called for the audition. Out of 900 entries, 150 people were called for the audition. Out of 150 people, and I was told that I was one of the 150 people only because of the biodata, not because of the pictures. Which means my pictures were. But I got called for the audition, and from 150, they selected 30 actors. I was one of the 30 actors. So that was where I began. But the first television serial, before it started, it was shut down. We shot for about 8 months, and then the channel it was being made for just didn't take off. So first, I encountered failure at my very first step. Yeah, St. Anthony's. But you can't be from there, that was a girls' school. So what were you doing at St. Anthony's? I thought as much. So next to our girls' school was a boys' school, OLPS. He looks like he's from OLPS. Their only job was to look across the wall into our school. Come on, stand up for everyone. He's one of those boys. So, after that I was heartbroken because I just felt like, oh my God, my first attempt at acting wasn't met with success. It was heartbreaking. And I thought that was the end of the world. But soon after, all of us 30 actors were sent to Ekta Kapoor's office, Balaji Telefilms, to audition for a daily soap. Hum Panch was already a successful show on TV, but she saw my audition and she asked me to replace one of the actors on Hum Panch, which is such a loved TV show even today. And early on in my life, I realized that when things don't work out, they always work out for the better. So we must remember that, In Hindi, there's a saying, जो मन का हो तो अच्छा, ना हो तो और भी अच्छा. So I think that's something that we must all keep in mind when we're met with failure and disappointments in life. I'm not here to lecture y'all, but this has just been my experience. One thing led to the other. When you really want something, I think the universe conspires to make it happen. I had to quit Hum Panch because of attendance issues at Xavier's. My parents said, you want to live in this house, you complete your graduation. So I was like, paise to nahi hai bahar rehne ke liye. Which means I don't have the money to live outside, so I had no option but to live at home. Which means I had to complete my graduation from St. Xavier's, and I'm so happy I did it. Because college life is really, it's unparalleled. The experiences it gives you. More than what you learn in the classroom is what you learn outside. In the canteen, on the boys' hostel steps. But it was the most fantastic time to be in college. I had to quit Hum Panch and I was angry with my parents, but I quit it nonetheless. But soon I started getting offers for ad films. I met someone who said we are auditioning for an ad film. I went, auditioned. Out of 40 girls, I got selected. I went on to do 90 ad films, and it was my ad film, one of my ad films, that took me to Chennai, where they were casting for a Malayalam film with Mohanlal. whenever you want to interrupt, please do.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
So, I started shooting. My parents were worried. Oh my God. You know, till now it was okay. You're doing television, you're doing ad films, it's safe. But films, no. Big bad world of films. So my mother was petrified. But when she met the director, my parents and my sister came with me to meet the director. And they realized that, acha, he seems like a very decent, educated man. And I remember my mother came out and said, oh, there are educated people in this profession. Trust a South Indian to say that. Nothing matters more than education. So, I went on to do that film. Within 18 days, the shoot stopped. The film was shelved. And now I was angry with God. I was angry because I felt like, why did you dangle the carrot in front of me if you were not to give it to me? You know, why did you show me that dream if it was not to come true? Right? But I used to fight a lot with my mother at that time because she and I were the only ones at home. I'd finished my BA. I decided to do my MA so that I would fight less with my mom. And I thought that that film dream is never going to come true. I continued to do ad films. When I got a call for Palash Sen's music video, Euphoria's Kabhi Aana Tu Meri Gali. Do you know that song? Do you want to sing a line from it? Come on, go for it. Kabhi aana tu meri gali. मैं आ गई तेरी गली. So it was on that music video I got a chance to work with Pradeep Sarkar, who after the first day of shoot told me, he said, I'll make a film with you. But what had happened after the Malayalam film, I have to tell you, it's very important. I got signed for almost a dozen other Malayalam and Tamil films because the word spreads. I think a good word spread, so I got a lot of work. And there were no formal contracts, so people would call me on the phone, they would narrate me the story, they would give me the dates of the film, monies would be fixed, and that's it. But I got replaced in every one of those 12 films by another female actor.
Love you!
Love you too. It was really worth it. You know, at that time I didn't know, like I told you, I was very angry with God. I used to go to the Sai Baba Mandir close to my house, and I used to have conversations with Sai Baba and say, if you have brought me to it, you will take me through it. And Sai Baba did. It was a very tough time. There was one producer, I was doing a Tamil film. There was one producer who didn't want me in the film, but the director was very convinced about me. So we started shooting for it. But in a few days, I was packed up and sent back home. So I was devastated. And then, you know, but I wasn't sure they had thrown me out of the film yet. Then in a few months, I get a call saying they've started shooting with another actor. And I was like, oh wow. So my father called the producer because he wanted to know, you know, till now my mother, who didn't want me to be an actor, was suddenly praying for my dream to come true because I think she saw the heartbreak I was going through. And yeah. My father called the producer and the producer said, okay, why don't you come to Chennai and meet me? So my mother, my father and I went to Chennai to meet him. And he showed us clips from the film that we had shot. And he said, do you think she looks like a heroine? From no angle. I was crushed. Here was someone who was telling me, who I felt was telling me I was ugly. And he also said she doesn't know to dance, she doesn't know to act. Should I show him all my awards today? No, but jokes apart, for 6 months after that, I did not look at myself in the mirror.
You are beautiful!
Thank you and I love you, wherever you are.
আমি তোমাকে ভালোবাসি।
আমিও তোমাকে ভালোবাসি. So I didn't look at myself in the mirror, and then, like I told you, I got that Euphoria music video. I did it with Pradeep Sarkar, who said he'll make a film with me. Because of all the rejections I'd gone through, I said, liar, in my head. But he actually kept up his promise. He played mentor to me, and he gave me Parinita. So, it's been an up and down journey. But if I had to live life all over again, I wouldn't mind going through the same experiences because it's brought me here today. I feel so grateful for all the love I receive, for all the fame, the glory, the money, very important. Y'all are one of the richest companies. Y'all have touched 1 billion hearts. Doesn't get better than that. So, I love all of that, but I feel that if I didn't go through this, I wouldn't be who I am today. I love this Vincent van Gogh quote that says, normality is a paved road. It's comfortable to walk on, but flowers don't grow on it. If you want flowers, then you have to go through that muddy, mushy, uneven surface. That's what life is, and it's so beautiful. And I'm so grateful for every moment of it. But that's not the end of it, I got my first break. I got a lot of love, got success. Then as you begin to think that nothing can go wrong in the world, boom! Suddenly people started saying, oh my God, she doesn't know how to dress. Oh my God, she's so fat. Now, new problem. Thank God no one said she doesn't know how to act.
Nobody can say that.
Thank you. And I was like, I started feeling really bad about my body. And I tried really hard to shed weight. I went through crazy diets. I went through very grueling exercise regimens and all of that. Love you too. And you know what? I'd shed weight and then it would come back on. And I didn't know what was going wrong until I did a film called The Dirty Picture. Ooh la la, tu hai meri fantasy, छूना ना, पर आप लोगों ने मेरा दिल छू लिया है. You touched my heart. In the Dirty Picture, actually for the first time someone told me, please put on weight. I was like, are you sure? I was made to put on weight and I was made to flaunt my body just the way it is. And to top it all, when the film released, I got called sexy for the first time in my life. Which means the more there is of me, the more there is to love, right? So just own your bodies, everyone. Our bodies are like temples. And with that film, I realized, I created the most beautiful picture. Love you abundance. I realize that this body is what is keeping me alive and that I shouldn't abuse it. The day the body gets angry and stops working, I'll be dead. Then who will I be angry with? I won't even be there to be angry with anyone. So however, whatever shape, size, height, color you are, just own your bodies, your minds, your souls. We just have one life. Right? Just one life. We have to make the most of it. Someone told me that it's a privilege to grow old. It really is. If we are all sitting here today, we must make the most of it. Like your company, VCon, that is touching 1 billion hearts. What a goal to have. It is absolutely inspiring. Because we can all hope to earn millions, but this is worth far more than millions and billions that we'll earn in money. Isn't it? Chief, I've spoken a lot. You want to say something? You want to interrupt me?
Guys, you see me standing here? You see the look on my face? I am freaking mesmerized.
Thank you, you're very kind.
I mean, please just keep telling your story, Vidya. It's inspiring me.
It is inspiring me.
Oh, sweet, thank you. Thank you so much. Did you say Tamil? Huh? Tamil la peshnama? Love you, Chief. They're saying love you, Chief. Today I feel like there's competition. Chief, Datushri, they're all so loved. No, God bless you all.
Guys, listen. Standing. Well, you guys call her Vidya Balan, but as a brother, I just call her Vidya. Alright? I'm listening to her story, and it's exactly like our story. You realize that? And what inspires me is the fact that she's standing here today. She's standing here today as living proof. Alright? As living proof. As living proof of one of the greatest stories in Indian cinema. Alright, so one more time, show more love to Vidya Balan.